You close the bathroom door behind you, and there it is. That soft thud, a paw reaching underneath, a low, insistent meow. Your cat has followed you again. And if you've ever wondered why this small, supposedly independent creature insists on joining you in the one room where privacy should be sacred, you're not alone. Millions of cat owners ask this exact question, and the answer is far stranger and far more touching than you'd ever guess. Here's what most people get wrong. They assume the cat is just being nosy, just being weird, just doing one of those inexplicable cat things we shrug off. But your cat isn't following you to the bathroom by accident. He's doing it on purpose. There's a reason buried in thousands of years of instinct, in the quiet bond between you two, and in something your cat understands about that room that you've never once considered. Stay with me. Think about it for a second. Your cat ignores you half the day. He naps in the sun, watches birds, pretends you don't exist when you call his name. But the moment you head toward that small tiled room and shut the door, suddenly he's desperate to be with you. Suddenly you're the most fascinating thing in the house. Doesn't that strike you as odd? That the most aloof animal in your home becomes a shadow at the exact moment you seek solitude? I've spent years studying feline behavior, and I'll tell you something. This single habit reveals more about how your cat sees you than almost anything else he does. It's not random. It's not annoying. It's a message. And by the end of this video, you'll never look at that little paw under the door the same way again. You'll understand what he's really telling you. And honestly, it might just change how you feel about him. Let's start with the most basic truth, the one hiding in plain sight. To your cat, you are not just a person. You are the center of his territory. You are the moving landmark his entire world is organized around. And when you disappear behind a closed door, something primal stirs in him. A small alarm. A question with no answer. Where did my human go? And more importantly, why did he shut me out of his space? That door is the whole problem. Cats are territorial creatures down to their bones. Every room in your home is mapped in their mind, marked with their scent, patrolled on their schedule. But there's one place they can almost never claim. One place that closes them out, the bathroom. That door creates a boundary your cat cannot cross. And to a territorial animal, an unreachable space is an unbearable mystery. He doesn't want the room. He wants to know why he's been left on the wrong side of it. But territory is only the first layer. And if it were the whole story, your cat would follow you everywhere equally. He doesn't. He follows you to the bathroom with a specific intensity, a particular urgency you don't see when you walk into the kitchen or the bedroom. So there's something more here. Something about that room, that moment, that closed door, that pulls at him in a way nothing else does. And we're going to peel back every layer of it. Here's a question I want you to sit with. When you're in the bathroom, what are you doing? You're still. You're quiet. You're not rushing around, not distracted by a phone or a chore or the television. For a few minutes, you are simply present. And cats, believe it or not, are exquisitely tuned to your stillness, to your routine, to the rare moments when you stop moving long enough for them to truly have you. That matters more than you think. Because here's the secret most owners never realize. Your cat doesn't measure love the way we do. He doesn't care about grand gestures or expensive toys. What he craves is proximity, predictability, the quiet certainty of being near you when the house goes still. And the bathroom, that small, warm, enclosed room where you pause your busy life, becomes one of the few places he can have exactly that. He's not invading. He's connecting. So already we've uncovered 3 threads: territory, mystery, and that quiet hunger for closeness. But trust me, we've only scratched the surface, because what comes next will surprise you most of all. There are reasons rooted in kittenhood, in scent, in the way your cat reads your body, even in something he believes he's protecting you from. And one of them, near the end, genuinely shocks most owners when they finally understand it. Let's go back to the very beginning. Back to when your cat was a tiny kitten, blind and helpless, curled against his mother. In those first weeks, his entire survival depended on staying close to her. Wherever she went, he followed. Her warmth meant safety. Her presence meant food, protection, life itself. That instinct, that desperate need to follow the one who keeps you alive, never fully fades. It just transfers. And guess who it transfers to? You. When you brought your cat home, you didn't just become his owner. You became his mother figure, his source of comfort, the warm body he organizes his safety around. And following you, shadowing your every step, is the oldest instinct he carries. It's the same instinct that kept him alive as a kitten. So when he trails you into the bathroom, part of him is simply doing what he was born to do, following the one who matters most, following you. Now think about how this looks in everyday life. You stand up from the couch, and his head lifts. You walk down the hall, and he's behind you. You reach for the door, and he quickens his pace, slipping through before it closes or pawing at it once it does. This isn't a decision he debates. It's wiring. Ancient, gentle wiring that says stay near the one you trust. And in a strange way, isn't that one of the kindest things anyone could do for you? But there's a twist here that catches people off guard. Many assume a clingy cat is an insecure cat, a needy cat, a cat with something wrong. And while anxiety can play a role, in most cases the opposite is true. A cat who follows you confidently, tail up, relaxed, simply enjoying your company, is showing you a secure bond. He follows because he wants to, not because he's afraid. There's a real difference, and learning to read it changes everything. Here's how you tell them apart. The anxious follower clings tightly, cries excessively, seems panicked the instant you're out of sight, and may even soil outside the litter box when stressed. The content follower is calm. He saunters in, flops down, watches you with half-closed eyes, maybe blinks slowly. One is asking for reassurance. The other is simply choosing to be where you are. Most bathroom followers, thankfully, fall into that second peaceful group. And that slow blink I mentioned? Pay attention to it. In the language of cats, a slow blink is one of the deepest signs of trust they can offer. It's been called a cat kiss for good reason. A cat will not close his eyes near someone he doesn't feel safe with, because closing your eyes means lowering your guard. So if your cat follows you into that small room, settles down, and gives you a slow, lazy blink, he's telling you something profound without a single sound. He's telling you he trusts you completely, that in a world full of unpredictable things, you are his constant, his safe place. And there's something quietly moving about that, isn't there? This creature, who could choose any corner of the house, who could nap in perfect solitude, chooses instead to sit on cold tile and watch you brush your teeth. Not because he needs anything, but because being near you is, to him, its own quiet reward. Now let's talk about scent, because this is where things get fascinating. Your cat experiences the world primarily through smell, in ways we can barely imagine. His sense of smell is roughly 14 times stronger than ours. And the bathroom? To him, that room is a library of you. Your soap, your shampoo, your towels, the lingering trace of your skin. It's saturated with your scent. To a creature who reads the world through his nose, that room practically glows with your presence. So when he follows you in, he's stepping into the most you-scented room in the entire house. And he wants to add to it. Cats have scent glands on their cheeks, their paws, their flanks. When your cat rubs against your legs in the bathroom, or against the door frame, or the cabinet, he's not just being affectionate. He's mingling his scent with yours. He's making a shared signature. A blend that says, in the only language he has, this human is mine and I am his. Let that sink in. The leg rubbing, the head bumping, the way he weaves between your ankles while you're just trying to get ready in the morning. It's a claiming, a bonding ritual older than language. He's writing both of your names onto that space, marking the two of you as a single unit, a family, a colony of two. So the next time he nearly trips you in the bathroom, remember, in his world, that clumsy little dance is one of the most loving things he knows how to do. Let's step into a part of this that almost no one talks about. Your cat may follow you to the bathroom because, in his mind, he's watching over you. It sounds far-fetched, I know. But think about what that room represents in the wild. When an animal relieves itself, it's at its most vulnerable. Distracted. Exposed. Unable to flee quickly. In nature, that's a dangerous moment. And your cat, on some instinctive level, understands vulnerability when he sees it. So when you sit down in that small room, quiet and still and occupied, a part of your cat's ancient brain registers it. My human is exposed right now. And what does a bonded animal do when a member of its group is vulnerable? It stands guard. It keeps watch. That cat sitting calmly by your feet, facing the door, ears swiveling toward every sound, may genuinely believe he is protecting you, returning, in his own small way, the safety you've always given him. Isn't that something? We spend our days feeding them, cleaning up after them, worrying over their health, and we assume the care flows only one direction. But your cat doesn't see it that way. In his eyes, you are part of his world to look after too. That quiet vigil on the bathroom floor is his version of devotion. He can't pay rent or open a can of food, but he can do this. He can keep watch. And he does faithfully, in the one moment he senses you need it. There's a flip side to this protective streak too, and it's just as revealing. Sometimes your cat isn't guarding you. Sometimes he's seeking your protection. A loud house, a new visitor, a thunderstorm rolling in, and suddenly that bathroom, with you inside it, becomes the safest bunker he can imagine. Small, enclosed, containing the one being he trusts above all others. He's not following your routine then. He's running to his shelter, and his shelter is you. This is why so many cats bolt for the bathroom during chaos. Fireworks on the 4th of July, the vacuum cleaner roaring to life, strangers filling the living room. The bathroom is often the quietest, most contained room in the home, and if you happen to be in it, all the better. To your cat, walls plus you equals safety. And there's a tender logic to that, isn't there? When the world gets loud, he doesn't look for a hiding spot. He looks for you. Now I want to address something that surprises a lot of owners, especially those of us who are a little older and remember the old wisdom about cats. We were taught cats are solitary, aloof, that they tolerate us at best and merely use us for food. For generations, that was the accepted truth. Cats were independent loners who'd just as soon live without us. But modern research has quietly, thoroughly dismantled that old belief. And the bathroom habit is part of the proof. There's a landmark study from Oregon State University that changed everything. Researchers ran the same attachment test used on human babies and found that about 65% of cats showed secure attachment to their owners. That's nearly identical to the rate in human infants, and higher than in many dog studies. They relaxed when their person was near and grew uneasy when they left. The aloof cat myth didn't just bend, it broke. So everything you've been told, that your cat doesn't really need you, that he'd be just as happy with anyone who fills the bowl, turns out to be wrong. Your cat is bonded to you specifically. He knows your footsteps, your scent, the particular rhythm of your day. And following you into that small private room is one of the clearest expressions of that bond he has. It's not that he can't be alone. It's that given the choice, he'd rather not be alone from you. Let me paint you a picture that might feel familiar. It's early morning. The house is dark and quiet. You shuffle to the bathroom half asleep, and before you've even flipped the light switch, there's a soft presence at your ankles. He was waiting. Maybe he heard the change in your breathing. Maybe he felt you stir. Somehow, he knew, and he came. In that drowsy, unguarded moment, the two of you share the quiet together, and neither of you needs to say a word. That's the heart of it, really. These small, repeated moments are the actual fabric of the bond between you. Not the dramatic ones, the ordinary ones. The cat on the bath mat, the paw under the door, the slow blink from the corner. We tend to overlook them because they happen every single day. But strung together, day after day, year after year, they become something rare and irreplaceable. A quiet companionship that asks for nothing and gives more than we notice. Let's get into the science of routine, because your cat is, at his core, a creature of habit far more than most people realize. His entire sense of security is built on predictability. He knows roughly when you wake, when you eat, when you settle in for the night. Your daily patterns are the clockwork his whole world runs on. And your bathroom visits? They're part of that clock. Predictable, reliable, a fixed point in his day that he can count on and choose to share. This is why your cat often seems to anticipate your bathroom trips before you've even moved. He's been watching you for years, reading micro-signals you don't even know you're giving, the way you set down your coffee, the particular sigh you make standing up, the direction you turn. He's built a detailed map of your behavior, and he uses it to be exactly where you're going before you arrive. To him, predicting you isn't surveillance. It's intimacy, and there's comfort in that routine for him. The same way there's comfort in it for us. Think about your own life. The morning coffee in the same mug, the chair you always sit in, the side of the bed that's yours. Routine soothes the nervous system, ours and theirs alike. So when your cat joins you in the bathroom each morning, he's not just following you. He's participating in a ritual that steadies him. A small, warm anchor in the rhythm of his day. Now here's a layer that gets overlooked. Sometimes the bathroom isn't about you at all, at least not entirely. Sometimes it's about the room itself. That tile floor stays cool in summer, and a warm cat seeking relief will stretch out on it like it's the finest bed in the house. The sink basin makes a perfect curved napping spot. The dripping faucet offers fresh, moving water, which cats instinctively prefer over a still bowl. The bathroom is, frankly, a feline amusement park. Consider that running water for a moment, because it's more meaningful than it seems. A cat's sense of taste is weak, with only around 470 taste buds compared to our 9,000, so they rely heavily on freshness and movement to judge water. In the wild, moving water is safer than stagnant. That instinct survives in your house cat. When he follows you to the bathroom, sometimes he's just hoping you'll turn on the good water. And the warmth. Cats run hotter than we do, with a body temperature a few degrees above ours, and they are relentless heat seekers. A bathroom often holds warmth from a recent shower, steam in the air, a heated floor in some homes, sun through a small window. To a comfort-loving cat, that environment is irresistible. So when he pads in behind you, part of his motivation may simply be that this little room offers the coziest, most interesting spot in the house right now. But notice something important. Even when the room itself is the draw, he still chooses the moment you're in it. He could nap in that sink at 3 p.m. when you're not around. Sometimes he does. Yet he so often appears precisely when you walk in, which tells us the room and the bond work together. The comfort of the space, plus the comfort of your presence, equals the perfect feline destination. It's never just one reason. It's all of them, layered. Let's talk about attention, because cats are far cleverer about this than we give them credit for. Your cat has learned, through years of quiet observation, that the bathroom is a place where you're a captive audience. You're seated. You're not going anywhere for a few minutes. You can't easily ignore him or walk away. For a cat who wants a scratch behind the ears or a moment of focused attention, that's a golden opportunity. And believe me, he knows it. Think about how often you're distracted in the rest of your home. The phone in your hand, the TV, the dishes, the endless to-do list that pulls your eyes away from him 100 times a day. But in the bathroom, those distractions fall away. For a few uninterrupted minutes, your attention is finally available. And your cat, patient strategist that he is, has figured out that this is when he's most likely to be truly seen by you. So this is when he comes. There's something a little humbling in that, when you really think about it. Your cat has learned to seek out the rare pockets of your day when you're not pulled in 5 directions. He's adapted to the busyness of modern life, to our crowded, distracted minds, and found the one room where he can still have us fully. We complain about being followed. But maybe what he's really doing is showing us how starved he is for the undivided attention we so rarely give. Let's talk about your cat's eyes and what he's reading in you that you don't even know you're broadcasting. Cats are masters of body language, far better at reading us than we are at reading them. They study our posture, our pace, the tension in our shoulders, the direction of our gaze. And over years of living with you, your cat has learned that certain movements you make lead reliably to that bathroom door. So he reacts before you've consciously decided anything. This is why it can feel almost spooky, like he reads your mind. He doesn't, of course. He reads your body, the slight shift of weight as you prepare to rise, the way your eyes flick toward the hallway, the particular set of your jaw in the morning. These are tells, and your cat has spent his whole life cataloging them. He knows you, physically, more intimately than most people in your life do. And that knowledge is, in its own way, a form of deep devotion. Now I want to gently touch on age, because many of you watching have older cats, and this matters. As cats grow into their senior years, many become noticeably more attached, more vocal, more inclined to follow. A cat who was independent in his prime may, at 12 or 14, suddenly become your shadow. This is often perfectly normal, a softening that comes with age, a deeper need for the comfort and security of their beloved person as their world grows smaller. But it's worth knowing the other side too. Sometimes increased clinginess in an older cat can signal that something has changed. Failing eyesight or hearing can make a cat want to stay close to the one steady presence he can still sense clearly. Cognitive changes, similar to what we see in aging humans, can cause confusion and a need for reassurance. So if your senior cat suddenly becomes your constant bathroom companion, it's worth a gentle, attentive eye, and perhaps a vet visit. I'm not saying this to alarm you. Most of the time, a following cat is simply a loving cat. But part of caring for these creatures, especially as they age alongside us, is learning to notice changes. A sudden shift in behavior is your cat's only way of telling you something. He can't say, "I don't feel right." He can only do something different. And following you more closely, more anxiously, can occasionally be that quiet, wordless message, worth hearing just in case. Let's return to something warmer. Have you ever noticed that your cat sometimes seems to want you to follow him to the bathroom, not the other way around? He'll trot ahead, glance back to make sure you're coming, lead you toward that room. This is especially common around the litter box or food. He's communicating. He's saying, "Come with me. There's something I want to share or show you." It's a two-way street, this following business. Sometimes you're the one being led. This leading behavior comes from a real place of trust and partnership. In a bonded pair, members move together, check on one another, coordinate. When your cat leads you somewhere and looks back, he's treating you as a true companion, a member of his small social group. He expects you to understand him, to respond, to participate. And the fact that he expects this, that he believes you'll follow, tells you he sees the two of you as genuinely connected, as a team. I think this is what so many people miss about cats. We were sold this story of the indifferent, self-serving animal, and it blinded us to what was right in front of us. The truth is, your cat is in constant, subtle conversation with you. The following, the leading, the rubbing, the slow blinks, the way he positions himself in a room. It's all communication. A quiet, continuous dialogue that's been unfolding under your nose for years. Most of us just never learned to listen. And once you do start listening, something shifts. You begin to see the bathroom visits differently. Not as a quirk, not as an intrusion, but as one chapter in a long, ongoing exchange between two creatures who chose, in their own ways, to share a life. He follows you in. He settles down. He watches you with those calm, trusting eyes. And you realize this isn't strange behavior at all. It's love, expressed in the only vocabulary he has. And it's been there all along. So let's take stock of how much we've uncovered. The ancient instinct to follow the one who keeps you safe. The territorial pull of a closed door. The scent-soaked intimacy of that room. The protective vigil. The seeking of shelter. The comfort of routine. The captive attention. The reading of your body. And beneath all of it, a genuine, science-backed bond. Every one of these threads winds through that simple moment when your cat slips into the bathroom behind you. But I promised you something near the end that genuinely surprises most owners, and we're getting closer to it. Before we get there, let's explore a behavior that sits right alongside the bathroom following, one you've almost certainly experienced. The cat who insists on being on your lap or on the counter, or weaving figure eights around your legs the very instant you're trying to get ready. The timing feels almost deliberate, doesn't it? As if he waits for the worst possible moment. Here's the thing. It's not the worst possible moment to him. It's the best. When you're standing at the sink, you're stationary, focused, predictable. You're a stable platform, a reliable source of warmth and contact. And in a home full of motion and distraction, a still human is a rare and precious resource. So he capitalizes. What feels to you like terrible timing is, to him, simply seizing the perfect chance to connect with you while you're finally holding still. This ties into something deeper about how cats experience love and security. For your cat, physical closeness isn't just nice. It's regulating. Being near you, touching you, sometimes literally leaning his small body against yours, calms his nervous system. It lowers his stress. It tells his ancient brain that all is well. The colony is intact. The safe one is here. The bathroom, where you pause and become available, becomes a place where he can drink in that calm. And here's a beautiful reciprocity that science has begun to confirm. That calm flows both ways. When you stroke your cat, when he purrs against you, your own body responds. Your blood pressure can drop. Stress hormones ease. The same closeness that soothes him soothes you, whether you're aware of it or not. So those quiet bathroom moments, the cat at your feet, the absent-minded scratch behind his ears, are doing something real for both of your bodies. You're regulating each other. Think about what that means for those of us in our 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond. Life at this stage carries its own particular weights. Grown children moving away, careers winding down or growing heavier. The quiet that settles into a house. And into that quiet walks a small creature who wants nothing more than to be near you, who follows you from room to room, who waits outside the bathroom door. That companionship isn't trivial. For many of us, it's a genuine source of comfort. There's real research behind this too. Studies have found that living with a cat can lower stress, ease loneliness, and even support heart health over time. The steady purr, the warm weight on your lap, the simple knowledge that another living being is glad you exist. These things matter, especially as the years go on. So when your cat trails you to the bathroom, he's not just satisfying his own instincts. He's quietly tending to something in you too, whether either of you knows it. Now let's talk about purring, because it deserves a moment of its own. That low, rumbling sound your cat makes, often while sitting near you in that quiet room, is one of the most mysterious and wonderful things in the animal world. We tend to assume it simply means contentment, and often it does. But purring is more complex and more remarkable than that simple translation suggests. It's a sound with layers, and a few of them might genuinely astonish you. Cats purr when they're happy, yes, but they also purr when frightened, in pain, even near the end of life. Researchers believe it's a self-soothing mechanism. And here's the astonishing part. A cat's purr vibrates at a frequency between roughly 25 and 140 hertz, and that exact range has been shown in studies to promote bone density and tissue healing. The purr may literally be a form of self-repair. Let that settle for a moment. The sound your cat makes as he sits beside you on the bathroom floor may be doing more than expressing affection. It may be healing his own small body, easing his own stress, and at the very same time, lowering yours. Two creatures, sharing a quiet room, soothing one another with breath and vibration and presence. We call it just a cat following us around. But look closer, and it starts to seem like something closer to medicine. And this brings us toward that surprising truth I promised. Because once you understand all of this, the instinct, the bond, the scent, the protection, the mutual calm, you arrive at a realization that reframes the entire thing. The bathroom following was never the strange part. The strange part is that we ever believed cats didn't care. That we told ourselves a story of indifference while the evidence padded after us, room to room, day after day, asking only to be near. So here's the surprise that catches most owners off guard. Scientists who studied separation in cats found something striking. Cats left alone showed measurable stress, and many bonded not to the house, but to one specific person. Your cat follows you to the bathroom because, in the quiet arithmetic of his brain, you are home. Not the walls. You. A closed door isn't a barrier between him and a room. It's a wall between him and everything that matters. We spend so long thinking of cats as attached to places. The sunny windowsill, the favorite chair, the warm spot on the bed. And they are. But underneath all of that, the deepest attachment, the one that overrides the rest, is to you. That's why a cat will follow his person from room to room and grieve when that person is gone and search the house for them. The bathroom following is just the small, daily, visible tip of a bond that runs far deeper than we assumed. I find that genuinely moving, and I think you might too. Because it means every one of those small intrusions, every paw under the door, every clumsy weave around your ankles, is a quiet declaration. You are my center. You are the thing I orient my whole world around. And he says it without a single word, without expectation, without ever once needing you to say it back. He just keeps following, keeps choosing you, every ordinary day of his short and devoted life. Now, if you've stayed with me all the way here to the deeper end of this, I want to pause for just a moment and ask something of you. If this video has helped you see your cat a little differently, I'd love for you to subscribe to the channel and join us. We share something like this every single day, all of it made for people who truly love these animals and want to understand them better. It would mean a great deal to have you with us. Now back to it, because there's still more worth knowing. And this next part speaks directly to anyone who's ever felt a little guilty about wanting a moment alone. Here's the reassuring truth. Your cat does not feel rejected when you close the door. He doesn't take it personally the way a person might. His persistence at that door isn't wounded feelings. It's simple, uncomplicated wanting. He wants to be near you, and a door is just a puzzle to be solved, not a heartbreak to be nursed. So you don't need to feel bad about your privacy. You can absolutely close the door, set a gentle boundary, have your few minutes alone. Your cat will be perfectly fine. He may protest with a meow or a paw, but he'll move on. What he won't do is hold a grudge or feel unloved. Cats live far more in the present moment than we do. The closed door is a small frustration, here and gone, and the bond between you remains entirely, completely intact on the other side of it. That said, if you want to honor what he's really asking for, there are kinder ways than simply shutting him out. You can let him in sometimes. Let him have his quiet vigil on the mat. You can make sure he gets focused, undistracted attention elsewhere in the day, so the bathroom isn't his only window to your full presence. The following often eases when a cat feels genuinely seen during the ordinary hours. He follows hardest when he's hungriest for connection. And that's a gentle thing to reflect on for any of us. How often the ones who love us simply want to be included, want to be near, want a few minutes of our undivided attention in a world that pulls us endlessly elsewhere. Your cat asks for it in the only way he knows, by following you to the most private room in the house. But the asking itself, the wanting to be near, is something we all understand, isn't it? It's the most familiar longing there is. So perhaps the bathroom following is a small daily reminder, a nudge to slow down, to notice the warm presence at your feet, to return the slow blink, to scratch behind the ears, to let the quiet companionship register instead of brushing past it on the way to the next task. These animals don't ask for much. A bit of warmth, a bit of nearness, a few minutes of being truly seen, and they give back, in their steady, wordless way, far more than they take. We've traveled a long way together, from that first paw under the door to the deep, science-backed bond beneath it all. We've uncovered the instinct, the territory, the scent, the protection, the routine, the healing purr, and the simple, surprising truth that to your cat, you are home itself. But before we close, I want to leave you with a few last thoughts, the kind that tend to stay with you long after the video ends. Stay with me just a little longer. There's a question I'd like you to carry with you after this. The next time your cat follows you to that small, quiet room, instead of seeing an interruption, what if you saw an invitation? An invitation to pause, to be present, to share a moment of stillness with a creature who asks for nothing more than your nearness. We chase so much in this life, so many things that promise to fill us. And meanwhile, the simplest comfort waits patiently at our feet, asking only to be near. Think about how rare this is. Most relationships in life come with conditions, with give and take, with quiet scorekeeping we barely admit to. This one doesn't. He asks for no apology when you're late, holds no record of the day you forgot his treat, expects no explanation for the closed door. He simply resets every morning and chooses your company again. There's a kind of freedom in being loved like that. No performance required, just presence. And maybe that's the quiet lesson hiding in all of this. That love, the real and lasting kind, often looks less like grand gestures and more like simple presence. Showing up, staying near, choosing to be in the room. Your cat has understood this all along in his wordless way. He's been demonstrating it daily, patting after you down the hall, settling onto the cold tile, keeping you company in the one place you least expected to be loved. And there he was anyway. And consider the contrast with our own wiring. We replay the past, rehearse the future, carry yesterday's worries into today's quiet moments. Your cat does none of that. When he sits at your feet on the bathroom floor, he is entirely there, undivided, unhurried. Animal behaviorists call it living in the sensory present. We call it peace, and spend years chasing it. He found it without trying, and he's offering you a small taste of it, every single day. So the bathroom following, this small odd habit we started with, turns out to be a doorway. Behind it lies the whole shape of what these creatures are to us, and what we are to them. Companions, family. Two beings who, across the vast gulf between human and animal, somehow found a way to say, I trust you, I'm yours, stay near. He says it with a paw beneath the door. We say it back, perhaps, simply by letting him in, by noticing, by staying a moment longer than we meant to. If you felt something while listening to this, I'd ask you to do two small things. First, subscribe to the channel and share this video with 5 people you know who love their cats. Someone in your life has wondered about this exact behavior, and what you've learned today might change how they see their own quiet companion. These small understandings passed along make a real difference in how these animals are loved and cared for. It costs nothing and means everything. And second, leave a comment, an honest one. Tell me about your cat. Tell me about the one who follows you to the bathroom, the one who waits outside the door, the one who chose you. I read them, and there's a whole community here of people who feel exactly the way you do about these animals. While you're there, tell me what you'd like to understand next. What does your cat do that puzzles you? Your question might just become the next video we make together, because that's what this is, in the end. Not just information, but a way of looking closer at the creatures who share our homes and our quiet hours. The more we understand them, the more we see what was always there. The devotion in the small gesture, the love in the ordinary moment, the whole conversation that's been happening between you and your cat, every day, in a language made of presence and patience, and the simple, persistent wish to be near the one who feels like home. So tonight, or tomorrow morning, when you head down that hall and you feel that soft presence at your ankles, that quiet little shadow slipping in behind you, I hope you'll pause. Just for a second. Look down at him. Give him that slow blink. Let him stay. Because one day, and none of us know when, the house will be quiet in a different way, and we will miss the small, warm follower more than we can imagine. They are with us for such a little while. He follows you because you are his whole world. Because the closed door is the only thing standing between him and everything he loves. Because to him, there is no better place in all the house than wherever you happen to be. So let him follow. Let him sit at your feet on the cold tile. Let him watch you with those calm, trusting eyes. And somewhere in that ordinary, unremarkable moment, know that you are being loved, quietly and completely, by a creature who simply wants to be near you.